Hey guys, welcome back to 3D Printed Photography, and today I'm going to upgrade the LCD case on my Ender 2 to make it easier for these old eyes to see the screen. Let's get to it. Okay guys, let's get started with the LCD swap. Basically this piece is going to fit where these four LCD screws are. The screen's going to get flipped up onto the piece. This knob will get flipped up onto the piece. Power port will stay where it is. So to get started, you need to remove these three screws, and you use the Allen wrenches that are provided with your toolkit for your printer. Oops, got a little stringy print part there. So you go ahead and loosen those three screws. I've already done that. So you can pop this piece off. You're also going to want to loosen the three screws, or the four screws for the LCD. This knob, to remove it, you're just going to pull off like that. It's just a friction fit, and then when we get this loose, we can just pull it straight out. Guys, I think I'm fed up with Octoprint. I don't have a good time lapse of my LCD print, and as you can see, it stopped on me. So what I did is I went ahead and just loaded the print onto the SD card of the printer and let it print overnight, and it worked great. So it's always the long prints that I have problems with Octoprint. I've been searching around the internet. Looks like I'm not the only one. So thinking about switching over to, it's going to be hard to see this, but Astroprint. That is an alternative to Octoprint. I'm thinking about switching over to that and trying to print a few more bigger prints and see if I run into the same issue. It could be the cable. I've already swapped out the USB cable. Not had anything, any improvements. It could be the USB port on the Ender 2 is a little loose and needs soldered. I'm going to keep an eye on all those things and go one by one, troubleshoot this one out. And it's done. Exactly 9.5 hours, I believe it is. Oh, I take that back. Exactly 9 hours and 51 minutes, and it's complete. So let's start by removing these screws. You're also going to want to remove this cable. Looks like it is glued in. I'm not going to remove this cable since it's glued. I don't want to risk damaging that. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it intact as we move. Looks like there's a spacer in there too. You're going to want to make sure you don't lose that. You might need a pair of pliers to hold the plastic nut that's back here. think it would be more damaging to remove this one, so I'm gonna shoot for the one on the board. I'm just gonna take my putty knife and try to get this glue removed. There we go. Got a little on this side too. Sorry, trying to keep my hands out of the way. There we go. Okay, so our cable is removed, and this cable is keyed, so it only goes in one way. There's a little notch right here. Okay guys, now that it's printed, I'm going to be very, very careful not to break it. I'll try to get this in here. Hey, look at that. Now, let me get my spacers in. I'm going to go ahead and unplug my printer, LCD from the printer. Let's see if I can get my spacers in here first. Alright, now it's time for the plastic nuts. Okay guys, if you remember, that LCD cable, it's keyed right there, and there's the opening for the key to go into, so just put that back in. We've run it through the previous hole where the LCD was, and if you remember from the fan video I made where we replaced that fan, you can, to line this back in screw up first, and then do your other three, and it'll be much easier. Okay guys, I have these short self-tapping screws. I'm going to use these to secure this down to the bed, or not to the bed, to the old cover. And they're just Phillips, and I already verified that they're not going to get in the way of any electronics. You probably just look around, find some very small self-tapping screws. I have no idea what size those are. They were left over. So now the button friction fit is back on there. Okay guys, time for the moment of truth. Alright, that was a rough one. It was an additional 9 hours and 51 minutes for another print, but I think this turned out really well. I like it. I can see the LCD much better. I also ordered an extension for the micro SD, so I can put the card slot over here or over here. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. And use a regular SD card instead of a micro SD card. I'll do another video on that when I get to it, but I'm going to go ahead and tighten down these screws a little more and get to printing. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to put a link to the Thingiverse design down in the description, so check that out. Also, if you would, check out my Kindle book. If you're into photography, I have a Kindle book out there. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.